Namaste yogis, and welcome back to another yoga class with Spirit Sojourning. My name's Jenica and I'll be teaching a slow Hatha flow today for you. So all you'll need is your mat, your blocks, and a bolster or pillow if you have one. We'll start in a seated position and I'll see you on the mat. We're going to start just by closing down the eyes, tuning in with the breath. Taking notice of the quality of the inhale and the exhale. Taking a deep inhale together and a cleansing exhale. Good. Another one like that. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back to the natural breath. Allowing your body, your mind, your spirit to settle in to the present moment here on your mat. Observe your breath as it moves your body with each inhale, each exhale. And you have the option to stay with your natural breath, or you can do a practice with me called box breath. And for this, we're going to inhale. We're going to use the count of 4 to inhale, and then holding the breath at the top of the inhale for a count of 4. Exhaling to the count of 4, and holding to the count of 4. This is a great way to bring mindfulness into your morning, connecting to the body through the breath. If you've never experienced breath retention, you may need to lower your count to a count of 2 or 3. If you'd like more of a challenge, you can increase the hold to 5 or 6. We'll do 2 more rounds. Fully inhale to your count, holding at the top, exhaling, holding at the bottom. 1 more. And when you're ready, come back to your natural breath. You may observe a difference in the quality of your breath. Maybe deeper, fuller inhales, fuller exhales. And we naturally have that subtle hold at the top and bottom of our inhales and exhales, but we rarely give them any attention, but they're actually essential parts of the breath. How we choose to breathe sends massive messages to our nervous system. If we are breathing quickly, it tells our nervous system that we're in a state of stress, fight or flight. And when we consciously choose to slow down the breath, we signal to the body, to the system, that we're in a state of calm. We're in a state of peace. And this breath alone allows the body to receive information. It allows the body to do deeper healing. So throughout the class, I'm going to remind you to come back to the breath. And that just means to be conscious of full inhales and full exhales, especially if you find your heart rate is increasing. The first posture we're going to move into, you can blink your eyes open. Grab your bolster. And first, I just want to make sure everyone has bolster, block, and strap. Good? Okay. If anyone doesn't, you can just raise your hand. Got it? Thank you. Okay. So with our bolster, we're going to bring it to the base of the spine. And as you lay back, your feet are going to be planted on the mat. And then you're going to bring the soles of the feet to touch, knees come out long. So you can bring your blocks to either side of your knees for extra support. Or if you'd like more of a challenge, you can allow gravity to pull your knees towards the sides. For extra heart opening, I encourage you to raise your hands above your head to the sides of the bolster. So while you're in this posture, just take note of how the breath is moving through your body. Maybe it's moving more up the body than it was before. From the belly up into the chest, and then back down to the belly. Maybe as you're stretching your hips, you can feel the breath in the hip space. Breathing in some extra space, breathing out any tension. This is a good place to come into your heart space. So while we're here, I encourage you, if you have any intention for today's class, this is a good time to set it. An intention can be something for just the class, or maybe for the whole day. It could be a mantra. A mantra that I like to use is, I am worthy of love. I am worthy of abundance. Whatever your mantra is, repeat it 5 times in your head to affirm to yourself here in this moment. We'll begin to come out of this butterfly posture, bringing the bolster off to the side of the mat. For the next one, you're going to want your strap handy. We're going to lay down on the back. And I'll show you here. You bring it into the arch of your foot. And first, we're just going to hold the foot up towards the ceiling. So you can have your left leg extended long, but if you have any back problems, it may feel nicer to have your foot on the ground. Up to you. So while we're here, the focus is to have the leg as straight as possible. A little micro bend is safe and healthy. To start, the toes are flexed towards the ground. Nice. Both hips are on the ground, relaxed. And we're focusing on the hamstrings, the back of the knee, down the calf. And now we'll begin to point the toes. And on your next exhale, flex them back towards you. Inhale and point. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. So when we move with our breath, we move mindfully, using it as a tool to connect deeper with the body. And maybe it feels good to do some ankle rolls here. One way and then the other. Good. Now we'll come back to neutral. Inhale here, and on your next exhale, you're going to extend the right foot out towards the right side. So we're doing the same thing, but just towards the ground. The goal is to have the foot on the ground. So if you need to lower your leg a bit, you can do so. We want both hips to be planted on the mat. If you find that it's challenging to put your foot on the ground, you can also place a block underneath your right leg. Yeah. Option if you want more of a challenge to pull the leg closer towards your upper body, deepening the stretch in the inner thighs, the hamstrings, maybe even the calves. Depends, each body feels this differently. Good. One more breath here. And on your next exhale, bring your foot back up to center. Inhale here and exhale towards the other side. We're doing a spinal twist here. So you can grab the strap with your left arm this time, letting your right hand go long to the right side of the mat. And for this, your right hip is stacked on top of your left hip. Yes, good. We're bringing the right foot towards the ground. Breathing fully here. Exhaling fully. One more deep inhale. As you exhale fully, come back towards center, midline. Now you can bring your left foot into the strap and bring your right foot down. Good. So we'll stay here with the toes flexed towards you, towards your face. Straightening out the leg as much as you can. And using your breath to bring the blood flow into the leg to help with the flexibility. And when you're ready, inhale, point the toes. Exhale, flex the foot. Inhale and point. Exhale, flex. Do a few more with your own breath. And again, if you feel like taking ankle rolls, go ahead and do that one way. And then the other. Good, and we'll come back to our neutral, taking a deep inhale. And as you exhale, opening the left leg over to the left side. Again, option to place a bolster or block underneath your leg if you're finding it's not lowering to the ground. And all these sequences we're doing with the strap right now are actually preparing us for standing postures. One more full inhale. Exhale back to midline. Inhale here. Exhale, spinal twist. So this time grabbing the strap with your right arm, sending the left arm out wide. The hips are stacked. And breathe. One more full breath in. Exhale. Bring the foot up to midline again. Release the strap, put it off to the side. Okay. Okay, from here, we're going to bring both feet in towards the glutes. And as you inhale, you're going to bring the arms up over your head. As you exhale, they come down by your side. And if that feels good for you, you can also inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, lower and hover above the mat. As you lift the hips up, squeeze the glutes together to raise higher up towards the ceiling. If you want to bring more mindfulness into this movement, you can place a block in between your inner thighs, in between the knees, as an extra challenge. Keep moving with your breath. We'll do 5 more. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Releasing the block if you chose to add it. And bringing both hands to the knees, pulling the knees towards your chest, rocking side to side, giving yourself a nice hug here. And when you're ready, we're going to rock forward and back, warming up the spine, coming up to an assisted boat pose. So option to keep the toes kind of down. If you want more of a challenge, you can bring them parallel to your knees. And then the most challenging would be all the way straight. I'm having some back issues, so I'm going to stay here. Listen to your body, where you're at today. There's no competition. This is a practice for yourself, with yourself. Breathe in here. Exhale fully. Good. Now we'll release the feet down to the mat. Good job, everyone. And we'll come into our tabletop position. So as we're here, drop the belly, lift the gaze. On your next exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, lift the gaze, open the heart. Exhale, round, chin to chest. Keep going with your own breath, moving as slowly or as quickly as you'd like, warming up the spine. So good to do first thing in the morning, gently awakening the body as you inhale, looking up, and then start to go off to one side. Exhale, rounding, going to the other side. Doing big circles with the spine. This is probably my favorite posture and movement to help with any back pain. It's one of the only ones I do consistently in all of my classes, actually. Good, now rotate the other direction. Still moving with the breath. Now we'll bring the toes together. The knees will go to the width of the mat for a wide-legged child's pose. And sit back onto your feet. Forehead comes to the mat. Taking a moment here to reconnect with the intention you set. Really see if you can keep this intention in your heart, in your mind, throughout the practice. And to prepare for our down dog, Bring all of your fingers wide, so really stretching out the fingers, planting the hands on the mat firmly, feeling the weight distribution equal amongst all the fingers. Feeling the shoulders active and away from the ears. Begin to lift the forehead off the mat. Tuck the toes under. Stay here, stretch out the toes a little bit. Good. Now begin to make your way into your first down dog, bringing the hips up and back. Maybe walking out one foot and then the other, bending the knee, straightening. Really think about pushing away from the mat, so you're sending yourself into this triangle position. Straightening out the back, sending the hips up. Good. Now bring your left foot towards the middle of your mat. You're going to raise your right leg up. And then we're coming into our three-legged down dog. Yeah. From here, you're going to bend the right leg and just start to draw some circles, opening up the hip. Good. Bring the foot back down, and we'll do the same on the other side. Lifting up the left leg this time, bending the knee, opening up, doing some circles, bringing some mobility into the hip. You might hear some popping, cracking sounds. It's totally normal if you haven't stretched this area. Good. Now we'll come back to our down dog. Take a deep breath in here. Full breath out. Begin to walk the feet up to the hands, coming into a forward fold. And we're going to stay here for quite a few breaths, so do what you need to make this pose comfortable. If that means bringing a bolster to your thighs and laying down on the bolster, you can do that. You can bend deeply in the knees. As long as this doesn't hurt your low back, there's no wrong way to do it. If it is hurting your low back, you can raise your hand and I'll come and help you. Okay. Good. Something I like to do is grab opposite elbows, shake out my head. Now this time we're just going to lower down, bending the knees, coming all the way down onto the mat. Good. Okay. We're doing a variation. It's called shoelace. And you're going to bring your left foot to your right glute. Your right foot's going to come on top. Ideally, the knees are center and touch. Not everybody can do that. So, options here. Blocks help just to keep the pressure off of the knee. You're probably good. Yeah. Bolster can also help if you're feeling a bit more of a passive stretch. If you want a deeper stretch, You're going to try to bring the knees to center. You can also kind of scoot your booty around to do that. I find lifting up and lowering can really help my knees come closer together. And if you're already feeling the stretch in the sides, I would say listen to your body. You know your limitations. You can stay upright. If you'd like more of a stretch, you can come down with me. If you have your block nearby, it can be nice to bring the forehead to the block. But again, just listen to your body, where you're at. There's no competition. This is purely meant to help you take care of your body, your mind, your spirit. Now bring your awareness to a point of tension in your body and bring your breath there, inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. Really focusing on releasing the tension that's being held. Good. Use the breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. And start to walk the hands back up. Gently bring the feet out of the spine, out wide, and then we'll just windshield wiper the knees one way and then the other. Good. Okay. Now we'll do the other side. So right foot comes to left glute. Listen to your body. You know your limitations. You can stay upright. If you'd like more of a stretch, you can come down with me.
And settle in here, taking a deep breath in and a full breath out. Breathing in the full benefits of this posture. One more deep breath in and full breath out. And begin to come out of this posture, slowly making your way onto your back, coming into Shavasana. So any last movements that you feel necessary, go ahead and take them now. And in Shavasana, you can have your legs out long. I personally like to have my feet up to support my back. And just be here, allowing your body to integrate the movements that we've done through this class. Relax the shoulders down. And breathe. And you're welcome to stay here as long as you need, as long as it feels nourishing for your body. I will be ending the class here, but thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. If you enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe. Just keeps the channel going and lets me know that I should keep doing these videos. So thank you so much, and until next time, namaste.